stretch your faith. You gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. You gotta stretch your faith.
Keep on moving. It doesn't matter what your situation may seem. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. You gotta stretch your faith.
With everybody tonight. Welcome. On in, chime on in. It's your girl, Cynthia J. Let's get ready for tonight. Let's get ready for tonight. I am so excited to see everybody up on here tonight. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Make sure everybody's chiming on in. Today is Thursday on season 3, episode 7, season 3, episode 7. Yes, we are up here today, chiming on in. You guys, I don't know what's going on again with my Restream camera, but if for some reason it's doing it again, but this is okay. We're going to do something a little different here. But anyway, how was everybody week this week? Seriously, how was everybody week this week? I know everybody had a good time this week. Some probably had some interesting times this week. What all that's been going on lately. I mean, there's been some weird stuff going on lately. Like for real. This is the end of the month of February. The end of the month of February. Wow. It just seemed like, again, guys, we had just got into the new year. I'm excited that everybody is here. I'm just excited again to all the February birthdays. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to all the February birthdays. I'm so glad that you guys chiming on in again, once again. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. And those who have a birthday today, happy solar, happy birthday and welcome. And also let me get a shout out to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Happy Ramadan Mubarakah and Kareem to you. Peace and blessings from Allah to you. And for those getting ready to start next week for the Lent, yes, everybody is getting ready to chime on for that. So a lot of people have been preparing for their spiritual fast. Some who are not so into that, I get it. But even if you're not a part of any of them, join into the spiritual fasting because you get benefits out of it. Trust. Even if you are just a spiritual person, you definitely receive a benefit out of it. Trust and believe you will. But with all that being said, and as y'all chiming on in, I'm not going to hold y'all too long tonight. Again, I'm your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. I definitely, for those who don't know it, a lot of people were supporting like businesses today. They was boycotting Target and all these other places, which I know for some, you probably did do it. But again, if you're going to do it just for today, do it for the whole year. Don't get comfortable just doing it for one day. Do it for the whole year, because we are a very powerful force when it comes to supporting and circulating and adding back into your community. Circulate that dollar back into your community. Don't just do it just for today. Don't just do it from today until March 3rd or 5th. Do it for the whole year. You'll be very amazed what will happen. But again, for those who are just joining on in, I am Cynthia J, your co-host, your birthing doula, your inspirational healer, your spiritual healer, and so much more. Again, I have a business as a birthing doula, co-partner business with my sister, family member, Tasha. As y'all see, when y'all go on my profile, you'll see Healing Hearts Tailor Made Doula right in the northern VA. For those who are out in that mix, thank you for following, Miss Just. Thank you. Shout out to you. And so, with that being said, definitely we do that. Not only are we there for the birthing part, we there for postpartum. We there for those, even if you lost your treasure, we can support you, encourage you, give you some spiritual and physical counseling, all kinds of things. So we have been in these situations ourselves personally, and that is one of the reasons why we love what we do. We also do essential oils that have been, prayed upon, our hands have touched and blessed, and so many other things. But we definitely support in the community to our people and love to be there for you. So again, thank you. It is your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. I'm going to get on a topic today, and I'm not going to be too long, but this shook me to the core. I was supposed to do a podcast yesterday, but I had to calm myself down. So for those who are on here, hit that like button, subscribe, and share, share, share. I was up here yesterday preparing myself for the podcast yesterday, and there was a video that was posted that shook me to my core. Like literally, it hit my emotions. And I was just like, what in the world? Like, what type of what type of land is this? What kind of land is this that we live in? Like, seriously, what kind of country is this we live in? Because people don't believe that racism still doesn't exist. People don't believe, for those who chiming on in on TikTok, that there are race soldiers out here. This peed me off so bad, and it was yesterday when I peeped it. It was 11 hours at that time. This is on Facebook. I'm going to see if I can try to share it on here, but this really hit me to my core. It was on Facebook. Hopefully y'all be able to hear it. I'm gonna kind of play it. But I definitely would tell you this happened in Ohio. It was a live feed. My aunt shared it. And this was in Ohio. So all my Ohio people that's out there, make sure that you catch this. This was with a young man called Mook Youngin. And he shared the video from his daughter. So I'm gonna kind of recap a little bit what happened. So apparently, a vehicle that the young lady had purchased was pulled out, stolen, and it was under some kind of felony. And this is for real. This is not a joke. And with that being said, this situation here, they pulled up behind her as she pulled into the driveway with weapons. Thank God she called her father. Thank God she called her father. And when she called her father, she was scared to get out the vehicle. These were all 6 Caucasian police officers. All 6. Locked and loaded. So when the father came outside, the daughter had not even got out of the vehicle yet. And he was saying to them, hold up, wait a minute. I'm kind of ad-libbing a little bit of my own words in here. And as he's trying to figure out what's going on, mind you, that they had already went to the police station now, and you hear it in the video that the daughter said 2 days ago, we already went to the police station to let them know the vehicle had been found. The information that was done was wrong. And they took the name off the list, the vehicle off the list at the police station. I still have to figure out what part of Ohio this is in. So I would definitely look in a little bit more in it. It was kind of hard to figure out and find out because in the comments, not a lot of people was mentioning where at. And so the police officers was not trying to listen. They had guns strictly pointed out. They weren't taking no chances. The girl was scared. The father told her, and he did just right. And they were Black American. I have to make sure I put that out there. Black American. Foundational Black American. And the father was being stern as he should be. He's trying to figure out what's going on, why they're pointing guns. Do they have their camera on? Yes, he did this. Do they have their camera on? They're trying to question him. And as they're trying to question him, they are literally being the aggressor. They're trying to tell them that we're the authority. You're supposed to listen to us. No. They did right. So they stayed, the police officers stayed on the pavement of the driveway. They didn't come no further on the grass. The father stayed where he was at. So, you know, in certain parts of the states, especially if it's private property, if it's your property on your land, that's private. It doesn't matter. But you got aggressors out here that just don't care. They're going to do what they do. They telling him, you step forward and we could talk about it. He said, no, I'm not. I'm not stepping forward because you got guns pointed at it. So now it's my safety and this is my child. Regardless of what you're saying is going on, we're trying to find out what's going on. The officer still would not let them know fully what's going on. They wanted them to come to them. I am definitely going to try my best today to pull this video up and share it on TikTok and all social media platforms for people to see this, because this right here is my main focus. What to do if you are in whatever state you are in, how to counteract these scenarios like this, real life scenarios. This is a 7 minute and 44-minute video. And here it's serious. Like, it angered me so bad that I thank the Most High for this father. He stood his ground. But by him intervening, they wanted to charge him from obstruction of justice because they wouldn't let him do what they wanted him to do. No, the police officers was cursing at this brother. And this was sad. Cursing, cuss words, being the aggressors. Yeah, yes, the father's voice was stern and loud because he was trying to talk loud over there. But I'm going to play, and I definitely want y'all to hear it. So let me know if y'all can hear this, because this is a serious matter. Seriously. Let me know if you can hear it, guys. Give me thumbs up if y'all can hear, guys. So now the father is going to cuss because the officer told him to get the F over there. This is the world we live in now. That's the officer. The father is going to them because he doesn't want them to lock her up. That's love. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the daughter is coming. She's circling around a little bit. They're trying to cover it up so you can't see what they're doing.
I'm right here. What are you speaking about? I'm right here. I'm not doing anything wrong. For what? I'm literally right here. I've been standing here the whole time. I've literally been standing here the whole time.
And this young girl was
I
scared.
was right here before. What's wrong with me moving closer? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm right here.
Serious.
What? No, it's my car. I was leaving out.
So two police cop cars, all black.
Harmony Carpenter. This is my house and this is my car. Yes.
This is Westlake Police. I could barely see that at first, guys. Westlake Police.
This is my house. Yes, I reported the car stolen. Today, we literally went to the police station today.
So we called Cleveland Police.
Okay.
Understand?
Exactly.
They told us it is still stolen, which
no,
is why we're doing
I literally went up there in person. They took us off the list.
That's fine. If you understand why we're doing what we're doing, then you can understand why this
There's
is
no one in the car. Okay, I understand that.
We have to make sure of all. You're not listening.
I'm listening, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm scared. I am a young girl. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know. This is my first time going through anything like this. Okay, but I'm talking to him, not you. Okay? Okay, exactly, to him. Me and him are having a conversation.
So stop and listen to me.
Okay, I'm telling you that I'm scared. I'm at home. I was about to leave out to go hang out with a friend. That's it. That's it.
So now are you going to listen?
I'm listening. I have not done anything wrong. Exactly. Okay.
Y'all hear that?
Talk like normal people.
I'm trying to talk to you. You keep talking.
Let's
We're the ones
talk.
that are doing this, so let us explain it to you.
Okay, let's talk.
The car is still reported stolen according to CPD
Okay.
as of 10 minutes ago.
Right.
So we called them. So as far as we're concerned, that is a stolen car, which is why we are doing what we are doing.
Okay,
If he would have shut his mouth and cooperated and come over and talk to us like a civilized person instead of trying to run the show from his front porch, this wouldn't have happened.
He's done nothing wrong.
He has done something wrong. When the police tell you to do something, you listen, and then we sort it out. Well, we make sure everything is safe.
Okay,
we
but
don't
we
know
don't
you.
know that.
We don't know him.
And we don't know you. Just
We're
like
the police. This is our job.
But you're still a human being at the end of the day, and so is he, so am I.
So then if you
Y'all
just
have weapons pointed at us. Exactly. How are we supposed to not be afraid? We're literally scared. I'm shaking right now. Okay, and we're listening to that. He's literally he's yelling and telling y'all this is her car, this is my vehicle. That car is in my name. I will show you ID and show you everything that you need to know.
We can't see you in the car.
Okay.
We don't know him.
Okay, and I understand
once
that.
we make sure everything is safe,
But
then
when
we
I
have
got
this
out the car
conversation.
and all I seen was weapons pointed at me, I was scared. I understand the car was reported stolen. I understand all of that. I went to the police station 2 days to let them know that I have recovered the car.
None of this would have happened this way.
Exactly.
If he would have just cooperated, walked over to us, explained calmly,
But you
that's my
guys were
daughter, and
aggressive
then
just
what we
like he
tell
said
you,
that.
and
He
then
stood there and said, that's my daughter. This is her house.
Yeah, but we can't see you.
Okay.
So then we tell you to get out of the car, and you don't get out of the car.
I didn't hear you say that.
Well, that's why this happened.
Exactly. I didn't hear you. I was scared. The first thing I did was call my father. I don't deal with the police. I'm only 19 years old.
Yesterday.
I'm new to all of this. Okay, and he said,
Westlake, Ohio.
This is her car. Y'all still have weapons pointed at us. I am terrified right now. Do you know what they do to black people? But do you understand why I'm scared? You can literally see my hands are shaking. I am scared.
I've already told you. I understand.
Okay, and I understand that. I understand everything that you're saying. I understand that the car was reported stolen. You called the Cleveland police and all of that. I understand all of that, but that doesn't change how I feel. Like, I'm scared right now. Like, that is crazy.
I'm proud of her.
At my house. This is horrible. I'm only 19 years old. Like, this is stupid.
Y'all hear this?
Understand that this
And
went
listen
this
to how
way
they talking.
because he did not cooperate, and you did not cooperate when we were told to get out of the car.
I didn't hear you. I did not.
Okay, fine. That still would have been resolved if he would have calmly walked over when he was told to.
I didn't hear him.
We could have identified him, explained what was going on, and then we could have walked up to the car and talked.
All we seen was weapons. How are you supposed to act normal like that? If somebody was pointing a gun at you, would you? Oh, it's okay. It's fine.
Not
No,
somebody.
it's
It's the
not.
police.
I don't care if it was a gangbanger across town.
That's where
That
the
doesn't make
disconnect's gonna be.
sense.
I
I don't care about nothing.
We're
I
not
don't
gonna-
care. I really don't.
Okay.
Young girl, I was glad she said
The
that.
way we operate, because we
Okay,
operate with
I
everybody's
understand that. But if he
safety.
comes out like this, why are y'all just still pointing weapons at him?
Because he's not
He
listening.
said, "This is my daughter's car."
Yes, they were.
Guns were drawn.
Okay, but still,
All it takes is cooperation
okay.
and compliance. This problem does not happen.
Okay, but it already happened now.
Yeah, because he did not cooperate. Period.
But it doesn't. Y'all don't make no sense.
They don't make no sense.
Why are we talking? This is my car. This is my car. Y'all are horrible people. Like, y'all are horrible human beings.
Don't hear that. He going to other guy. We don't even know who he is. He must be the boss.
He said they just got it back.
Now, y'all heard this, right? At the beginning, I know I was talking a little bit, but at the very beginning of this video, as you heard the young lady say, and I quote, she was leaving out to go meet a friend. They had already went to the police station because they found a vehicle. They found it because they reported it stolen. Went to police station. They took it off the list. Took it off the list. Now, how long does it take for something like that to be taken off the list, guys? How long? To my people that's following me on Restream and all other social media platforms, please forgive me for my face being blurred out. Something's going on with my camera on my live stream, but that's okay. But right here on TikTok, I got you guys. How long does it take for something like that to pull up? If they're pulling it off the list and they're going into the same system that they're looking at that has been found. The young girl, as y'all heard her say, she said she was scared. And I don't blame her. I would be scared too. I would be scared too. And I applaud her father. That is the realest father. And looking at him was like me looking at my husband doing something like that. Because she was in the vehicle, 2 police cop cars just roll up behind her. After she had already went to the police station, they went there already. And he's saying, what is going on? Why you have guns drawn on my property? He said, this is my daughter. I am her father. But you heard that officer when he was talking. He lied and said that he didn't know who he was. He stated, I am her father. I am her father. He stated that. And he also stated to her, do you have your stuff on you right now? Her driver's license, to pull it out with the address to verify, to show them. You heard her say she didn't hear them tell her to get out the car. All she know is she saw them pull up, guns being drawn. And she called her dad. And it went from the father asking them why they have guns drawn out on his property after he acknowledged who he is and who she is to him, to turn around, and the main one in the middle is the aggressor. And by him not doing what they wanted 6 of them wanted the father to do. He did just right. No, you on his property. No. Do you have your camera on? I love how he said that. Make sure your camera is on. See, they didn't like that. Because he's telling them what they need to make sure what they need to do. You know why? It's been too many situations, problems, repeated history. And a lot of people don't want to hear this. But this nipped me to my bones. And for those that know, I'm a different type of ministry, but I got to nip this in the bud. When I say I had to cancel podcast yesterday, I had to cancel. Because it burnt me to my core. It bubbled me. I felt anger coming on. As a mother, it was like, hold on, you don't feel free in your own country. You don't feel protected in your own country. The way they handled that. was not good at all. The way they handled that was so unprofessional. The way they handled that to me as a foundational Black woman, yes, you see that I'm up there and I'm in ministry and I'm on all that. But at the end of the day, color gets involved. People say, no, it doesn't. Yes, it does. You wouldn't see nobody else get that like that. And the reason why I can say for me, because I've had it happen to me on a trip with my mother years ago. And I can tell you how it flipped. I can tell you. This right here, the father did just right by saying, was the camera on? One of you guys can come over here. Because it's 6 of them and one of him. He didn't have no weapon on. He had his hand still up in the air telling one of y'all can come over here. They said, no, you come over here. Like he an animal. Like we a dog. Like you gonna sit there and tell somebody, woof over here. They had their guns. Now, a couple of them put it back. Then you can tell they had some young guys on here too. Rookies. Look like rookies. But I'm going to tell you now, you got to be careful with that too, because they're training them up too. Stop the hate. Hey, hate to say it, but it's hate out there. Stop the hate. Stop the hate. Until people acknowledge the truth and stand on the truth and actually do what justice say. And just like this young lady said, that I love that she said, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what authority you have. Because people abuse authority. Because at the end of the day, those badges, those uniforms have human beings behind them. Now, I'm not saying that there's not some decent people out there. But the world we living in now, it's not what it used to be. It's far from what it used to be. Because me, I don't have to hate on nothing. It's plain and simple and obvious. And I will be sharing this. I will be uploading it. So for those who following, hit that follow so that you can get it when I share it once I get off this podcast here. And for those who are on my Restream Live and all other things, I will be putting it up there right after this. But this right here, as a mother, a Black woman who dealt with this growing up herself, I try to always look at things in a different lighting. But when you see this video, it's gonna speak the truth what it is. It is what it is. It's gonna show it. Because then as the father walks up to them, because now he's like, okay, let me just de-escalate this a little bit now, because these knuckleheads are unrational. The officer in the middle who was directing it, when he didn't get the way that he wanted, he became the aggressor. And he started using the F word. Now, guess what? That irritated the Black father. So now he's getting ready to say, I'm not scared of you. I'm willing to lay down my life for my family. That's what we are here on. And I respect him. No cowardness there. Times is different. And we need to stand on it. And as we are up here, given the God-given right with divine God in us, which makes us God, we're going to stand on it. He was willing to lay down his life for his child for what was right. And they were wrong. They were very wrong. But he was smart enough to say, okay, let me de-escalate this a little bit, because these fools ain't getting it. Because they want to arrest him for obstruction of justice. because he's trying to find out what is the issue. Why did it lead to this? You have guns pulled out for a stolen vehicle that was listed. A stolen vehicle. That doesn't make sense. 6 cops. Not 2. Maybe 3. 6. And then another police officer, you can tell that looked like he might have been sergeant on duty, but he had on regular plain clothes with a walkie-talkie in his hand. And then he's going to tell the young lady, just relax, it's calm. No! No, she did just right. Now, I don't recommend her telling her age, how old she was. But once she realized, and she got to see it for herself, that Kundalini in her woke up. That ancestor woke up and said, no. Because I don't know you just as much as you don't know me. I don't know who you are. I'm the police. So I love how she said, you can be a gangbanger, as far as I care. I love that she said that. And I still don't know you. So that uniform with that badge, it's just something material. It's a material thing that can be melted, destroyed, and put away. It means nothing. But the person that's wearing it is who we're dealing with. The character. She said the human being. People behind these uniforms, police officers, doctors, judges, politicians, all of them. All of them. All of them. All of them. It's sad. It's sad. This is very, very sad. But right here, I love the way how it was handled. I love the way how the father handled it. Made sure that they turned on them cameras. He made sure he made that acknowledge first off. His hands were still up. That was his property. He let him know that that's his daughter. He was the father. He told her to pull out her ID, get her information. Did she have it on it? Make sure the address and everything is on there. He requested for one officer to come up because, again, they had guns drawn. Even though they was being unreasonable, he still was trying to work it out for them to give clarification. He said, you come over here and then we'll discuss it. We tell you. See, when somebody tell you, you come over here, see, that's showing control and power. They want control. I know I'm putting myself on the line speaking this. It's the truth. But there are going to be others like me and more. We coming out. We're not sleeping no more. We went from our woke stage to our awakened stage. Now we are enlightened and we are standing for what is right. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I know some people want to chime on in and want to be requested to conversate, but I'm not going to sit here and argue with people on the truth. I don't care what we white, black, whatever. The truth is the truth. This is right here in U.S. soil as well. More aggression happened here. And we stand and fight more here. And I'm not saying other places don't. But right here, you will always see us on TV standing strong. The ancestors' bloods run on this grounds of this land and suffered. Then we have allies? Yes, we do. Do we have a lot? I cannot say on that because it's very light. But what I will say is this. Until people come and realize, and those who know that we speak in the truth and realize that this ain't just a kumbaya moment and see that it is what it is. I just had this conversation the other day with a friend. And we were talking. and them being, a foster parent to a young lady that's not of our background. And she had to let her know at the end of the day, honey, even though you don't see that, you still have privileges. Others be faking it. Oh, they got privilege. No. And then there's some that they will let them hang themselves dry. For those who catching what I'm saying. But my thing right here, if I'm coming to report my vehicle stolen, we end up finding it, and then we come to the police station, clarify it, and then a few hours later, I'm about to leave and go somewhere. I look, 2 police cars behind me, and you saying you couldn't see in the vehicle. Yeah, you can't see in the vehicle because they pulled up in the driveway, both vehicles. Instead of them having one put up in the driveway and the others put aside, and they all gather and say, hey, we are here because the vehicle was reported stolen, A, B, C, and D. They didn't say none of that. None of that. They wanted to arrest. Thank God again for the father. Him coming there, he's asking the questions. They don't want to say anything to him. After he acknowledged he's the father, but then they lied, this last officer, and says he didn't acknowledge, so we didn't know who he was. Yes, you did. So I'm saying to all parents out there, to all people out there, when you end up in a situation like this, and I had a friend, we had this situation, I believe it was 4 years ago, reported her vehicle stolen. We found it. And you're probably like, well, how in the world you found it? Police couldn't find it. Well, first of all, police take forever to find stolen vehicles half the time. And the way we found it, we just had them drive around the neighborhood and found it. Just happened to drive around the neighborhood and just happened to see it there. Once we found it, we went straight to the police station. Let them know and still called the detective who gave the number and talked with them and took it off the list. Do you know they still showed up at the house? We were trying to understand how you did. Oh, are y'all on the same system? Yeah, we use the same system. Is there a delay? And it was 3 cop cars. So yes, I'm going to say something about that. And yes, this has nothing to do with that, but like the brother, stop the hate. Stop the hate. Stop it. No matter how much we can educate or give knowledge, actually, I should be saying, to our loved ones on how they should approach situations when being approached by authorities, those human beings with characters and behaviors themselves behind a badge. You do not know who and what you are dealing with because they are unpredictable too. Everybody is fearing for their lives. Everybody. Not just one person, everybody. You got judges fearing for their lives now because of the judgments that they have to make. Lawyers fearing for their lives because who they defend. And they may know that some of the people that they defend may not be that great. You have doctors, same thing, because their lives are in everyone's hands. Nurses. I mean, the list goes on. Teachers. The list goes on. And each and every one of them even the politicians and whoever, the list goes on. They are still a human being behind a title, behind the authority, and behind materialistic things that really doesn't benefit us anyway. Well, then you're going to say, well, how does it not benefit us? It doesn't. The people of the land, of the community, the people. And for those who know where the history of police come from, if you really, really dig into that hidden history, they don't want to tell the truth about. That's why they want to get rid of some of our history. I'm just going to speak the truth and the only truth and nothing but the truth, as they say, so help you God. God is already there over here. Speak a word, and it happens. But I will say this, for all those who chimed in tonight, make sure that you are sitting around and meeting up with your family members to prepare for this. And please, be careful of family members who are softies and are cowards. I have to put that out there, that are softies and cowards. I know I'm over my 10 minutes, but this really hit home. This really hit a nub for me, because this concerned me with my child, if she is out here. And she's my heart, our miracle. And I'm going to tell you now, dang if I will let any, I don't care if you got a uniform on, you are a person behind that uniform, and it's your character that I'm looking at before I look at the uniform. Because your character and your title means nothing. Nothing. Nada, zero, zippo. I always hear my spiritual father say, show me your friends, I'll show you your character. Well, heck, you can show me your badge. And your character might tell me something else different. It's like we living in the wilderness of lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. This young lady was scared, and her father had to go to jail. To me, that was falsely being accused of something that he is trying to protect. Isn't that in the animal kingdom what we do? Protect. Protect at all costs. And I wouldn't be mad at no father protecting their youngins, no matter how old they are. I would not be mad at you one bit. I respect you highly. And if you handle it very, very well, as to me this father did, because his eyes was wide open like, hold on, y'all got guns on my baby. I'm here. Guns on my baby. Weapons. I got to make sure. They will protect. You protect your cubs at all costs. Protect your family at all costs. Yes, I know we have laws of the land, but some of these laws of the land don't make no bit of sense. None. And I don't even know how come some of us even allow these laws of the land even bypass us. But then I can, because we're distracted by so much foolishness in this world that look at what it's doing to our babies. Y'all heard me say the school system messed up. This goes to show. I remember one time hearing my daughter say, yeah, I'm going to go to school and I'm going to be a police officer. I looked at her again. I said, huh? Come again? I said, honey, it's been many of you, and I'm not saying that you are not able to do it. I am not saying it. But once you cross that line into their domain, and some of them who ain't too wrapped too tight with the character that they have, see it, and see that you offer justice completely, they're going to do any and everything to cover themselves. They don't care who you are. They don't. Just had a few more brothers just got released from out of prison, who just said they was wrongly convicted of something that they did not do. And you hear plenty of stories about that. Plenty. Wrongly convicted of something that they did not do. And yet they were being charged and convicted in jail for 10 to 20 years. Appeals after appeals after appeals. And then they're taking up for those who are in jail who are innocent. But then you hear another one say, well, it's the guilty ones that saying they innocent too. I mean, isn't that what they have lawyers and stuff for? They should be able to determine who's lying. I can't sit here and say, give them a lie detector test because people are so good they can pass that. But what I can say is this. This is not how our country is supposed to be. It's not. And it looks like it's going to have to go back to how it used to be in the 80s, where the community, the people were the ones that were standing up and policing and stood for their neighbors, stood for the people, stood on real justice and not this stuff here. There's no way that you get the information, they send it out to you, you're already out there, you've already went to the police station hours later and they still didn't clear it up. I mean, come on now. That doesn't make any sense. None. However, again, once I get off here, guys, I'm going to make sure I chime this on to you. But please be safe out there. Be careful. There's a lot going on. Again, tomorrow is March. Welcome to the true Happy New Year that a lot of people don't know. That is the true Happy New Year because you're going into the year. And the next new year, it will be April, that April Fool's, where spring and rebirthing is being birthed again. The flowers are blooming. The birds are chirping. The babies are hatching. And so much is going on. But again, for those who are celebrating from today, happy Ramadan Kareem to those who are Muslim. And tomorrow, happy Lent for those who are believers in Christ and much more. I salute y'all during our time of fasting. Again, thank y'all for joining in every week. Thank you for being patient with your sister. To me, I'm here for everyone. I try my best to show fairness. But at the end of the day, I got to stand on truth. Because the truth will set you free. So peace and love. Thank y'all for chiming in. Chime in next week on next Thursday. I know soon again, I will be celebrating. For those who didn't know, I lost my brother a couple years ago. And we'll be celebrating his birthday in remembrance. And I'm just grateful to be here. Yeah. I ain't even mad at him on that one. Trump is true. I might not agree with everything Trump do, but I will say it's exposing people. It's exposing people. It's exposing a lot of things in the background. And everything is being exposed. So I definitely would say for those, again, keep me in your prayers as I keep y'all lifted up. Let's come into a way. Let not our egos get the best of us, guys. Let not our egos get the best of us. We living in a nation where our ego is getting the best of us. People are just out here acting like they can't control themselves. I mean, it's just so much. Be safe on the highways because there's been a lot of accidents. I mean, it's been crazy. Be careful. They calling all these new sicknesses. I don't know if y'all heard they said they found a case of the Ebola. I don't know how true that is. They done that before a few years back, if y'all remember that. And that happened in Georgia. And they had to, I forgot what state it was they had to quarantine them. But everything is being exposed and it needs to be. Because now we're seeing where our hard-earned money is being put at. Taxpayers, middle and low class, whoever you may be. Our money is being placed in places that we work too hard for to not to be able to see it help in our area. Make sure you support in your community, build your community, have fundraisers, and be trustworthy. People don't trust people anymore. People are stealing money from the communities, stealing money from the people in the government, pocketing. What is going on? It's too much of that going on. We do not have people that can trust anymore. But for my people out here, you're not cattle. You have a mind. You're not walking zombies like the Walking Dead. Get out of the matrix. You gotta choose. Do you? I mean, look. I mean, the Matrix was a good movie. Get out of it. We trying to get out of the Hunger Game, the maze. Yes, we trying to get out of that. We don't got time for that. Get out of it. That is what they want. The ones who are trying to keep you distracted, you and I. And in the voice of watching the Super Bowl with Kendrick Lamar, where he said, "Turn the TV off." Hey, turn the TV off. He spoke the truth. He spoke the truth. So with that being said, to all of y'all again, thank you for chiming on in tonight with your girl Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show podcast, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. We are all included in this, holding each other accountable. It's necessary that we hold each other accountable so that we can reach to the next step. If you're looking for a birthing doula and you're in the Northern VA, make sure you hit up Healing Hearts Tailor-Made Doula. We're postpartum and we're birthing doulas. We're there for you physically, spiritually, and mentally. We are there. Don't worry about the cost. Just reach out to us. Reach out to us. And for those who were like, well, how can we reach out to you? What's your information? Our telephone numbers when you reach out for Healing Hearts Tailor-Made Doula, it is 703-347-3240. 703-347-3240. We open. You definitely can hit us up during the weekend. Or if we do not answer, make sure you message us. You can find the information on my bio on my platform. Again, check us out. I also have a business as well, making sea moss. I'm an herbalist. I'm here for you. Even if you don't want to purchase nothing and just need some nutritional guidance, you can hit your sister up. We are here to help each other. I would even love to learn some new things from you if it's pertaining to agriculture. If you know of some places that even if it's outside of where we're at in other states, let me know because I can share it on my platform. I can share it on my page so we can circulate to make sure that we are helping each other strive to succeed in life, especially when it comes to our eating. That's how you look young and graceful. I mean, hey, happy birthday to me, to all my Februaries. We look amazing and young. They say when you take care of yourself, you don't crack. You don't. But with that being said, you got to eat right. You have to eat right. And it's necessary that you eat right so that your life can be fulfilling. So, again, for those who are looking for a herbalist, a spiritual healer, and much more, hit up your girl, your Cynthia J. Hit up on my podcast, on my podcast. Once you get up out here, let me go ahead and make sure I chime all this information in so I can get this video out to y'all. Peace and love and blessings. Join in next Thursday right here on the podcast show on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Time. We already know 4 p.m. GMT plus one time overseas at 1 a.m. For all my brothers and sisters that follow me from across the continent. Love y'all. Thank y'all for support. Check out my music too. You can also find my music that will encourage you, inspire you, uplift you, heal you, give you divine healing, and so much more. Thank y'all for tuning in on TikTok and all my social media platforms with your girl, Cynthia J. Holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Peace and love. Blessings. Namaste. Later. Thank you all guys who are on Restream Live. I appreciate y'all for always tuning in, making sure y'all show y'all sisters some love. It is truly a blessing to be here with y'all, and I'm just grateful. I cannot complain one bit on that. Thank y'all for always, supporting me. Again, I do apologize for the face issue. I don't know what's going on, but you know what? Maybe it's meant for me to do this more like this. Maybe the divine is trying to make sure they're keeping me covered and protected. I love that. So I definitely cannot complain on that. But make sure y'all chime on in and definitely always be on the lookout for all the things that are going on, guys. It's rough out here. It's very, very rough. And I want to make sure we are all mindful of the things that's going on because we are living in dangerous times. We are living in dangerous times, brothers and sisters. We are living in dangerous times. And the way that it's going, we can't play around. So again, check your girl out. Healing Hearts Tailor Made Doula. Here's the information again. Healing Hearts Tailor Made Doula. 703-347-3240. 703-347-3240. Make sure you share that with your family and friends. Don't want no one to miss out. So definitely chime in and make sure you see your sister every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Follow me on YouTube, Cynthia J 22 Facebook, Cynthia J Instagram, Cynthia J Follow, subscribe, like, and share. Love you all. Peace, love, blessings. Namaste.
My story is for your glory. My story is for your glory.